Hi. Well, if anybody's wondering what a subscriber video is like, this is your sneaky way to get a taste of one, because until I get off probation, speaking, you're going to have access, because I am not going to leave my subscribers in the dust. I love them. Why is this thing so squeaky? So I hope they know enough to come over here. Maybe I need to go I can't post on the troller page. I wonder if I can go live on the troller page, is the real question. Ooh. Under the Adrian Wood name. Now we're talking. I sent an email last night to somebody that I know at Facebook that I've worked with. And I sent her the photo, and I said, you know, I sent this photo with a clearly, there's no private showing. I just don't understand what it could be wrong with it. I mean, it really pisses me off. Do you get food in jail? I am sick. I have just been, you know, it's a really benefit to live in a small town where you can message the PA or the doctor or the nurse practitioner. She's going to call in an inhaler for me. My chest is killing. I started doing the antibiotic, the steroids, so she's going to call in an albuterol inhaler. I said, I'm wheezing. I'm supposed to ride to Raleigh today, and I swear I sound like an old lady. This woman that used to help me, her name is Christine. She would always be like, this weather gonna make you sick. I mean, I thought, oh, I'd love for Christine to be coming in this morning and hollering at me about this weather and not having a hat on. Well, I thought it was better yesterday. I really was like, I'm better. Well, I think it was moving from my face into my chest. So when I woke up, I was like, you know when you're scared to cough because it hurts so much? Like, even my boobs hurt. I mean, my chest hurts just sitting here. So my husband's going hunting with some friends, and which is fine. Little Thomas is going to see my parents. He's taking some friends. And then Blair and I were going to go pick up Russell at the airport early this evening. And Mary was going to pick Amos up from school and do some things with him. Well, then Blair was like, I can't go because I have 2 tests and projects and whatever. So that's fine. I mean, it's good for her to know that, you know? And so I was like, well, I'll go. Well, then I was like, last night, well, I'll just get up in the morning and go. I'll spend the whole day, you know. I'll have lunch with a friend. I don't know, you know. Enjoy to get to be in Raleigh all day and, like, go shop around and look at stuff, you know, like I like to do. And then I was like, I do not feel like doing that. For me not to feel like going to Home Goods means things are bad. Bad. So anyway, I am here, and my in-laws are going to pick him up because they're already in Raleigh, and so they'll wait and come back later and get him from the airport, which is very nice. So I'm going to do a grocery delivery. I told Mary I was flexible, and I'm going to work on my chapter, which is called the diagnosis chapter of our book, and I'm going to, if I have a fever, sit in this bed. I have spent a day in bed. I have been in bed. I literally have done nothing since Monday. I went to lunch with Mary Scott, right? Monday or Tuesday. But other than that, I have sat right here and done nothing. This is the first day I put clothes on. Could you be developing pneumonia? Maybe, but I mean, I think the point is, even if it is pneumonia, we're treating it. Whose legs are behind your head? Where are the legs? Oh, a painting. Even if I had pneumonia, we're treating it exactly the way that we would. So I don't even need to know if I have it, you know? I don't feel stress. Am I stressed? My one friend I really wanted to eat lunch with, because I hadn't seen her in forever, her daughter has COVID. And then I was like, all I need to do is go up there and get COVID on top of this thing. I'd be like you might as well just kick me into a grave. You can't hear me. I've turned it up. Yes, she's called in the albuterol. I've taken 2 COVID tests. I don't have COVID. I kind of knew when I had COVID, because when I had COVID, I had a horrible headache, like a headache that I didn't even know was like I cried headache to me. And I've had COVID 3 times. So I kind of ding, ding, ding know what COVID is, you know? Anyway, a lot of junk going around right now. Sick for 2 months. Well, I ain't going to be sick for 2 months because I got shit to do. Did you rent the house out across the street? Yes, we did. There's a check sitting on my desk. I think the flu is worse. This, I'll tell you, this feels worse than COVID. At least was quick. You know? So this ain't COVID. But I promise you, if it was COVID, I would already be feeling better. COVID, strep, and flu negative. I didn't even get tested. She was like, do you want to get tested? I was like, no, I don't. Ow, my ear hurts. I don't want to come in there and get tested. I don't feel like it. Mwah, mwah, mwah. So how about the fact that I am in jail for a week? I wish I could show you all that picture. I mean, it literally is 3 screens. I mean, it's a little picture. And then the guy is standing with his arms out. And I mean, I have this whole thing covering from his belly button to the top of his upper thigh. There's nothing showing. I mean, I find that so annoying. Right? Isn't that annoying? I'm annoyed. And for them to demonetize me in a matter of, I'm not kidding you, seconds. It was like I had put up baby porn or something horrible. Are we watching the trial today? Well, so you know the problem with the trial is that how do you know which one to watch? There's 2. There is the Jennifer Dulos trial, and then there is the Bad Mom trial. It's really exhausting. I think Leanne said yesterday I've got the darn TV on, and I cannot get the Apple. Somebody is here painting my fireplace mantle, which is very nice. Because when we put in the old one, new one, they just put it in. It's real rough, like it never got a final coat of paint. I bet the link to the picture is all on the computer bot. Well, I know. Oh, shit. What is wrong with this thing? Darn it. I gotta go see what's going on. I know. I swear I've seen people like having sex on Facebook. But you know what? I think the difference is what Kate said, and she's right. We've kind of figured out is that if you... Oh, it's not plugged in. That's why. Well, there you go. Oh my God, this thing weighs 598 pounds. There we go. Now we're talking. If you make money, things are different. And I swear the more money you make, the more they're on to you, you know? Now, y'all love to tell me to get some batteries. It wasn't plugged in. The Idaho College murder guy's trying to get a trial date. The bad mom's attorney is not good. She cried all morning. The attorney cried all morning? What? Are you kidding me? Why would an attorney cry? Ugh, that's annoying. Okay, let's see. Yay, got you live. I know. What happened yesterday? I shared this. These friends of mine were on an Instagram live, and they think another friend wants to join, who is like set up a fake profile, and they say, click allow, and this naked man pops out, and he starts doing this thing called the flying squirrel, which I had never heard about, but it's when you take your privates and you swing them around. And then he turned around and stuck his fanny right on the camera. And I did a screenshot, but I covered up the privates. And they just kapucky me. You had a girl in a chain mesh bathing suit. Her tatas were hanging out. I sent to Facebook and they didn't see where it was against community standards. It's only against community standards if you make money. Which isn't fair either, is it? The standards change depending on who you is. Can he be charged or arrested? The naked person? Bad mom's attorney is horrible. Boy, Kylie Casey's got a serious Kelsey. She's got a very strong neck. Boy, I did love that brother, though, with no shirt on. I'm not a man, but wouldn't that hurt? I have no idea. They paid their own attorney and made their son go through the court-appointed attorney. Well, I will say, Jackie, my husband, though he was unusual. Are you only live on this page? Yes, I can't be live on the other one, remember? I suspended. I kind of forget that anybody could see this. So what I'm doing until I get back over there where I normally do, I'm going to do my morning subscriber chats over here. So yes, you're right. There will be people that do not pay that have this free access for a week. And I would tell those little scoundrels that if you're over here and enjoying the coffee chats for a week, when I get back over there, you're going to be lonely and you're going to have to sign up. Darn it. I'm a court-appointed attorney. So that was my point. Thomas was a court-appointed attorney for 10 years, and I think people were so hopeful they would get him. But court attorneys are not all the same, just like attorneys are not all the same, you know? But I would agree, that attorney he has is not good. But the attorney she has, she paid. So she paid for her own attorney, and the child got the free one. Well, I don't know what she's paying for, you know? How many followers do you need to be monetized? That'd be a good, maybe that'd be a good video for tonight. I don't know if you need an exact number. I think I would say at least 5,000. I think 5,000. But it is more about, so you can have like subscribers when you hit maybe 10,000, and then you can get ad revenue. That is dependent on how many watch hours you have, right? But like, I know Mary Scott makes a little money on Reels, but she doesn't have ad revenue yet. And Dale, I don't know if she has 10,000 now, but before she did, I know she got offered the subscriber potion. When you are a court-appointed attorney, you don't get to choose. Now, Thomas was a public defender, so he really didn't get to choose. So that's what we call him in North Carolina, a public defender. You work for the state. Now, court-appointed attorneys are, in where we live, private attorneys who do cases for the state, and the state pays them. But you can turn them down if you want to. He doesn't do court-appointed work anymore because he's busy with paying clients, and I think you'd do better to do that. Does he represent many women? Not as many as men. I've never asked. Yes, I've heard of the Charlie Adelson case. His mom is awaiting trial. Yes, that was the case. I watched that on Dateline this past weekend. This Jewish couple, they get married. She's from a really wealthy dental family. He's a law professor. They get married. They live in, was it Memphis or somewhere? And they're getting divorced, and she wants to move the kids. They have 2 boys. She wants to move them down to Florida, and the judge says, No, because evidently if you're getting divorced, you can't just up and change states. And damn if her family put a hit on him. And so the brother is in jail for first-degree murder, Tallahassee. Thank you, Mary Jo. Her brother is in, there's a podcast. Her brother is in jail, and he was was he a periodontist? I mean, sort of a big deal oral dentist, basically. And, I mean, you go to medical school to do that. And then now the mother has been charged. Oh, I remember when it happened, Judy, because it was so weird. Now, the girl's mother has been charged. But there's some idea that the daughter had to know what the hell was going on. But nobody's sure. But the mother, the girl's mother and the grandfather were getting on a flight to Vietnam. They had bought one-way tickets, and they got arrested as they were like the third person in line because they had been listening to their calls, and they were like, well, you know, we're going to have to go. I mean, I would argue that I think the mother, the grandmother, was the one that arranged the whole thing. Can you imagine? And then they changed the name of the children to their last name. Thomas is a criminal attorney. The daughter hasn't been charged. You're right. The daughter has not been charged. I didn't say the daughter had been charged. I said I think the daughter, it would be very unusual to me if the daughter didn't know. And there was a call that was caught on tape that they played on Dateline. And the mother is saying to the daughter, you know, at some point you're going to have to acknowledge your place. You don't even call your brother. You don't even say anything to him. Like, basically, your brother is in jail for the rest of his life because of your sorry ass, and we were trying to help you. Maybe they didn't go over the plan with her. But if she had said, are you all crazy? We are not doing that. You know? The ex-wife will be lonely in Florida. Everybody else is in jail. Well, no, her dad's not in jail. But you're right. Y'all are throwing me at stories. Today is the 18th anniversary of my son's passing. He died from stage 4 rhabdomyosarcoma. He was 13 years old. Oh, well, celebration for Patrick's life. Patrick's life, which was not long enough, was it? Not long enough. So true. The economy is defying expectations. Well, I can tell you why. It's probably because of the Wood family. Like I was like, we got to tighten up the belts around here. The mother was arrested, and they do believe the mother was the mastermind. Imagine your son going to jail for life, and you run to Vietnam. Well, that's the truth. Any Jennifer Doulos news? American Nightmare. Y'all were just asking that. I haven't seen it. Let's see if we can find Jennifer Doulos on the American. Good Morning America, and see if there's an update. Princess Kate's butt still in jail, in the hospital. I don't know what she could have had done that would make you stay. You wouldn't stay in the hospital 2 weeks here if you were like, I mean, you would have to like have your heart removed and like be waiting to get it put back in. Can you imagine? Going to Home Goods. Oh, I love that Home Goods. South Carolina beats LSU. I just saw a little news. Hysterectomy. Yes, I assume it's a hysterectomy. You do not stay in the hospital for 2 weeks for a hysterectomy. Have y'all lived in the United States? Yeah. You go home the next day. I mean, I'm not kidding. Idaho student trooper speaks out after near miss. You know, I don't understand. They always play these videos where somebody gets pulled over and the people pull over on the side of the road, and then this other car comes out of nowhere and slams into the car. What is the other car? How do they not see that? In North Carolina, you have to get another lane or you'll get a big ticket. It's about like passing a school bus. I mean, what are people doing while they're driving? Are they like, la, 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 la? It's nuts. It's totally nuts. Let me watch it. And a freaking Suburban hit it. The other thing I think is if somebody's pulling me over, I'm going to tell you a little secret about Adrian. I pull way over. I mean, I will keep going and pull up in somebody's driveway. You ain't seeing me just sitting right on the side of the road. How's the chapter going? I feel like that's passive aggressive asking me that. It's about to start. I'm doing my work call this morning. And then she's royal. Well, there you go. That's the real reason she's in the hospital for 2 weeks. I bet she's getting a darn tummy tuck too. You know? Now who's that? Jailed reporter gets a... Who's this? Oh, this Alabama execution is really getting people in a snit. This jail Wall Street Journal reporter loses his appeal. He's in Russia. God. That's not good. Yeah. She's probably getting nipped and tucked and pulled and pushed and squeezed and... Hey, Annie. Djokovic got beat by a 22-year-old. Why are you in Facebook jail? Oh, I've already told it like 10 times. Because young people show up. Have you been watching this story about the 3 friends dead after watching the football game? So I haven't watched it, but I read about it. What news do you follow? Well, this is just Good Morning America. Oh, this is the Idaho murder case. Let's see. Oh, they're just showing her pictures. So they go to the friend's house to watch the game. The friend says there was another guy there and that he falls asleep. He goes to bed. Well, their cars are parked out on the street in front of his house or down the way. Hey, Leanne, I was wondering where you were. And you sound better. Oh, I feel worse. And somebody came to his house and the 3 friends were dead on his back porch. And he had been in there for days and didn't know, you know? I mean, is that not crazy? Oh. I'm going to mute y'all so I can blow my nose. Look at my good manners. Every time I cough, Amos says, bless you, mommy. Back into these things. Sugar somethings. So who knows what happened? But the person that it was his house, he went ahead and quit his job. It's strange. They did drugs. Well, I bet the person owning the house is hoping they did drugs. If not, his fanny is going to jail, right? Let's see. I'm going to see what's going on with the Jennifer Doulos thing. And then we've got the school shooter trial. This is a lot of trials. I can't keep up with all this. I'm going to have to start a news show. So interesting to see what makes the news. You think they'd let me on there for 5 minutes every morning, wouldn't you? Here she is. And I don't like the Virginia news. Hampton Roads, it's like 192 people were shot last night. Every night, people are getting shot. I mean, every night. I won't live there. Let's see. Oh, wait, who's that? Oh, that's Steve Martin. Well, I don't care about him. I mean, where's the real news? Oh, this girl's talking about how she lost 800 pounds. There's Jennifer Ashton, who's like me as a doctor, but looks good. Okay. I see nothing. Not one lick of nothing about the news yesterday. I mean, this is terrible. What has Good Morning America turned into? Well, I mean, forget it. Well, there is no, you have to be really careful. Don't start a new page. First time in over a year you didn't use your finger and muted us. Used my finger? What the hell does that mean? Don't annoy me. Use my finger. Do you think they will start to change your gun laws? No. This is my channel for love of news. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to check. Looking forward to the Kylie Kelsey interview. Well, Mary's sick too. That's not good. She woke up feeling crummy, body ache, head stuffy. Ugh. I'm gonna get him today. She sounds worse than me. Let me text her. I'm not achy. Tomorrow during the day, great. If better. Yeah, if Mary's sick, I don't want her getting Amos sick. This could just go on for years. Why is Russell coming home? Because it's a long weekend. They have Monday off. But if you better this afternoon, then sure he would love the gym. I have not listened to their podcast, but I've heard it's really good. Oh God, now they can't get Russell. Well, there goes that idea. Now I'm going to Raleigh. We are sorry that we better not pick Russell up and that Tom has a patch on his eye and he needs to get his medication at once. We are not driving long distances at night. Might be risky. Well, that's the truth. All right. Well, this is what you call best laid plans. I have got to go get Russell on Amos. You watch it. Oh, it's a podcast that you watch. Well, what's the difference in that and not in a live video? Is it pre-recorded or is it live? Uber. I'm not. Is there a I'm not crazy about him riding in an Uber by himself. I've done Ubers before when there's like a few people in them, But I'm not crazy about that. You two were together. Oh, yeah, that's my friend Mary Scott. That's not Mary. Pre-recorded. But it's a podcast video. So why is it called a podcast? I thought a podcast was something you listen to. No? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I'm going to look that up on Google. A podcast is an audio medium for creative content. So there you go. But you could do a video podcast, but then at that point, most people looking for a podcast aren't looking for video. Well, then I have a podcast with Kate and Carrie on Sunday nights. Okay, let's look up some stuff here. You want me to check on Uber and see how much Uber is? Okay, let's see. Uber. I also could ask Johnny to go pick him up. I hate to do that. Oh, shoot. Where to? Let's see here. We don't even have Uber here, so you kind of are stuck. Edenton, oh, Edenton, North Carolina. Edenton. Okay, let's see. Let's just see how much it is. Since I'm not getting paid this week, this is not feeling like a promising solution. Pembroke Circle, okay. $189. Sort of a lot. I'm going to just wait on that a minute. Okay, what was our main trial we wanted to know about? Well, I thought I would go on YouTube. Legally, an Uber is not supposed to transport a person under 16. Well, Aunt Russell is 16, so ha-ha. Yes, there is a train or a bus to Edenton. Oh my God, it would take 598 hours. It's a good thing I have y'all to boss me. You have to pay to watch their podcast. Not a Z-Pack. I'm on Augmentin. Jenny is a free Uber. Jenny, I'm not going to make you go to Carrie and pick up Russell and bring him to Edenton. No, it's fine. I'll just go get him. Hold on. Crumbly trial. Let's find out what happened. Okay, Jennifer Crumbly, sparks flew between the prosecutor and the mom's lawyer. Crumbly started weeping loudly when Assistant Principal Christy Gibson mentioned her son's name during her testimony when she said she encountered the gunman in the hall and asked him whether he was okay. Gibson Marshall added that she couldn't believe that Ethan Crumbly was the shooter given what she knew of the boy over many years. Her cries turned to sobs when video footage was played of the shooting scene. She had never seen it before. It showed Gibson Marshall standing in a hall, kids running past her to flee, and when the assistant principal ventured down a hallway where she encountered shooting victim Tate Meyer. Then it showed Ethan Crumbley coming down the hallway with a gun. Jennifer Crumbley sat at the defense table, her face in her hands, crying inconsolably as her lawyer rubbed her back. Her lawyer asked for a break so she could regain her composure. The judge excused the jury, and then the prosecutor raised an objection. McDonald maintained, oh, now this is smart. McDonald is the prosecutor. McDonald said it was unfair to ask the prosecution not to show emotion, but to let the defense attorney and her client sob in the courtroom. The judge said, I never told you you couldn't show emotion. I don't remember her sobbing at his trial. I love the idea of you sob at your own trial, but not your son's. Oh. When is the Kylie Kelsey interview? It's kind of down in the middle. You wonder if the judge feels a lot of pressure. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it was Mrs. Crumbley. Let's see what else. It must start today. This woman is trying to look sad so that nobody thinks she is guilty. They're saying she didn't pull the trigger. She ain't responsible. What do I know? This is interesting, though. Her attorney yesterday, so her attorney, Shannon Smith, the attorney says it was her husband's fault for pushing the firearm and on the school for failing to notify her about her son's problematic behavior. She's going to take the stand. So her husband purchased the firearm. So just go with me here. No, it was the biological mother. I was wrong. I said it was the stepmother. I don't know where I got that from. She said that, she said mother-son activity, they went to the shooting range. So if you didn't want, like right now, what if I started yelling at Thomas about buying that gun? You can't now have it be a problem, right? No. She will tell you she learned that her son had not been her son for months. Of course he didn't tell him what he was going to do. But I mean, those fools. Yeah, she wrote this. Mom and son day testing out his new Christmas post. Testing out his new Christmas present. And then he texted a video to a friend showing him holding and loading a pistol inside his house. My dad left it out, so I thought, why not, LOL? And then the mother says, LOL, I'm not mad at you. You just have to learn not to get caught. I mean, these people are nuts. Nuts. And then let's see what's going on with the Doulos. Doulos trial. She chose to leave him at school. I know. Oh, I love some New York Post. It's kind of Michelle Troconis, the one that her lawyer said she needed an interpreter. So yesterday you could listen to her interrogation. She ain't need any interpreter. She said that one of her sisters gripped rosary beads as footage played while her mother held a prayer card. So this is when she was detained, and she's talking to, do I think the mother is at fault for the child? I think she certainly, I mean, I do. I don't know how the law really works, but I would think it's a problem. And somebody said yesterday, well, like, my son has a gun. I mean, he doesn't have access to it, but it's a hunting shotgun. Like, I hadn't thought about the fact, I would no more buy my child a handgun. I mean, what's he going to do with it? Okay, so Trachonis, move over to Jennifer Dulos' trial. Yesterday, they showed Trachonis, the girlfriend of Fotis Dulos, who killed his estranged wife, and his girlfriend at the time. She tells the detective on that day he jumped in the shower with her the same day Jennifer vanished that morning. But that was clearly a lie, because other footage showed authorities expressing concern for Trachonis because Fotis was staring her down the night of May 31st when he was initially questioned and detained. His physical behavior was concerning, so he was watching her to see what she was going to say. I just don't think it. It is not determined whether Trachonis will testify in her own defense. I think she's going to have to, you know? I think she's going to have to. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to lay here and try to feel better, and then I'm going to get my butt in gear to go to Raleigh. I might go do some emails to Facebook to see if they'll let me back in. Hang on, coffee chatters. See y'all later.